Greetings and welcome everyone to All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 304. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Mike Sneedy.
What's up?
Corey Feinsod.
Hey, guys.
And Tony Korkanakis.
Oi.
What's up, guys? Welcome, listeners, to episode 304. Post-Suicide Squad, after... ASS. Yeah, that sounded weird. After Suicide Squad.
Ass? Are you saying this movie's ass?
I didn't say anything because I didn't see it. But we did have two podcasters go see it. We will do a spoiler cast, listeners. We promise next week. We'll probably have a spoiler cast up for it. I think Mike and I are going to see it on Friday.
Yeah.
So
that's the plan.
Yep. And we're going to see it. It might be a train wreck, but we're going to see it anyways. But hey, guess what? Train wreck or not, it still was number one at the box office, guys.
Biggest August opening ever.
I saw that number was 135.2, is now 133.7.
Yeah, the drop-off was big.
Yeah.
On Friday to Saturday.
More than they expected then.
Well, they also included Thursday's haul on Friday.
Wasn't that 2 million?
That's
the midnight.
That's what everybody does,
So, yeah, 135, I think it did, 135.2 roughly. And biggest opening in August, Jesus, almost said April, in August ever for a movie, beating Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, by like 40 million.
Yeah,
almost.
like blowing it out of the water.
So the hype didn't stop it, just like it didn't stop BVS the first weekend.
No, it's obviously the real question. Now the real game begins. Now the real game begins.
That's right. It's a testament to their marketing team and the brand name of some of those characters. Because
I don't even think it's Harley Quinn. The marketing. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not really the marketing. All he needed to say was Harley Quinn is in this movie and the Joker is in this movie.
I think the marketing team did a really good job. Like every trailer was actually really awesome, and they totally made it a unique buzz and spin with each trailer that came out after the last one. So
I agree that trailers were way better than BVS. Sure, but when you introduce a character that people love, and
not even better. But I'm just saying, like they know how to take a movie that, for all intent and purposes, in my opinion, is fucking shit, and take out the good parts of it and make you want to see it because you're like, oh damn, those are good parts. This must be a good movie, and you go see the movie. Those were all the good parts.
Zack Snyder is the king of that, man. There's a movie called Sucker Punch that really did that. When you saw the trailer, they're like, oh, this looks actually kind of cool. Chicks battling things across different worlds and stuff, and then you watch it, and it's like it punched the dick.
Yeah.
Sucker
punched in the dick.
It did a 41% drop Friday to Saturday, which is a worse than drop than Batman vs Superman. So that's not a good sign for it. I think I was trying to look at box office if they had predictions for Monday. But Suicide Squad, this is a Gizmodo headline. Suicide Squad sets box office record because we don't deserve better movies.
Yeah. DC fans don't, apparently.
Alright. So that's number one at the box office. What did you guys... Obviously, Tony, what did you think of the movie? Just give it... No, spoiler-free.
I mean, okay, I'm exaggerating. It was bad. It was bad. Not as bad as Batman v Superman, in my opinion. Again, at least it was original and it was interesting. I didn't know, the outcome just from watching the trailers. But they tried it, again, my whole criticism of the DC EU or whatever the fuck they want to call it is they are just trying to do way too much, way too soon, and they're not earning anything. Like, Will Smith as Deadshot in this movie, amazing. Whatever her name is, as Harley, amazing. Like, even the actress who did Amanda Waller, amazing. But you have everybody else on the cast, and they're just forgettable. Like, nobody cares about them. I didn't care about them. Like, oh, look, that person died.
I could get that impression just from the trailers. Like, I'm watching this, I'm like, this is a Will Smith vehicle.
Yeah.
This is the largest opening for a Will Smith movie. It's the best he's ever done.
I mean, I don't think that accounts for inflation, but it is funny to think of it that way.
Yeah.
Right. And the thing is, just like I said about Batman v Superman, there are so many strong hits. Like, there is a good base. They could easily make this a good movie if they had just, I don't know, tried harder or done a little bit better.
Not rush things.
Not rush things.
Yeah, apparently he had 2 months to write this script.
I mean, it's the entire the entire universe so far has just been rushed, and that's just feedback from people I've heard that aren't even, they're not comic book fans. They just say, what is going on in this? They feel like everybody that I've talked to has said they feel like they're trying to catch up to Marvel. And that's family-related people, but, you know.
The problem also is that the perception is that that's what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And I don't necessarily think that that's something that there could be a way in the world that they could release the Justice League first and these BVS movies and these Suicide Squad movies without having their Iron Mans and then their other, Thors and Captain Americas. There is a world where that can happen, and I just think that it can't now because of what Marvel's done. But that said, I like this film, and I think that it was better than BVS. And I said it was on the level of BVS, but I enjoyed this film more than BVS. And that's mostly because Superman's just a terrible character on screen. And these characters, I thought there was a lot to these characters that could have been explored more, like you said, Tony. But
they could have.
And I'm hoping that they do. Like, I want to see a sequel, and I'm looking forward to
a sequel to Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
I'm looking forward to seeing these characters again. Like, I really thought they did a great job.
Not queued up anywhere anytime soon, buddy. Don't expect it. It's just not going to happen.
I think it will.
No,
I think it will.
I don't think it will.
If this film makes,
not soon. Yeah, we're looking at least 3 years out.
3 or 4. Batman got announced that they're. No, Batman, I'm sorry. Man of Steel 2 got announced that it's in active production today, but don't expect it until 2021.
How can they announce that? He's dead.
Yeah, come on.
I think that the problem, just because people are announcing things, Marvel's shifted everything to fit stuff in, and changed stuff a bunch already.
Sure, yeah,
so
you can realign things.
Just because you say, these things are coming, that means nothing right now.
But the movie has to be a box office success to push that.
It's here.
The movie's got to be a box office success to push that. That's why Man of Steel 2 has taken so...
It's a box office success. It's broken records. I'm just saying, it doesn't
matter.
What?
It's not going to make them back their money.
Why? Do you really think it has to make $800 million to make their money back?
I'm just going off of what's been reported.
There's no way. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I was going to go a record for the time period it came out. You can't.
I'm going to
really
just go
expect that much more.
But I can expect triple the budget. Budget's 175. Do triple the budget. So that's 350, 525. Do you think it gets 525 million?
You're missing the fact that this is not just domestic, guys.
No, I know.
They're not going to have China.
It's not going to have China.
Yeah, it's already doing better internationally.
Which is very strange.
Yeah.
Again, you can't base it off of first opening weekend results.
No,
you can't.
Right, and that's my point. You guys are already jumping to these conclusions.
Well, because I have a feeling it's going to drop big time.
But if you just compare it directly to Batman v Superman, which just came out months ago, it's reviewing the same, if not worse.
It's reviewing worse.
Compared to other movies as well, then it's doing better. It doesn't matter right now.
Wasn't Green Lantern ranked higher than this?
What's that?
Isn't Green Lantern have a higher Rotten score than this now?
Maybe.
Yeah, they do. Because you sent me it was 26% Green Lantern. This is at 25 now.
That has nothing to do with it either.
I know. I'm just
Extinction with Transformers.
Listen,
14 on Rotten.
I understand movies make money. I get it. Some shitty movies make money. It's about names and not about how they are, and that's the problem. It's cashing in on names, but
this movie is.
I haven't even seen this, and I'm talking to you about.
In my opinion, than Thor 2.
I haven't even seen this.
Complete shit. And that got a freaking 70 on Rotten.
I haven't even seen this movie yet. And already, I feel like, and now, I'm not trying to bring up a bad conversation that we've had before, but I have a feeling that this is destroying superhero movies. This universe is single-handedly pulling down the rest of these movies.
This universe is doing it.
Think about it. It's okay. So let's talk about this. Okay, I'm gonna just use it a comparison to businesses. So, local breweries here. I've talked to the people who have opened local breweries around here. Okay, the one guy who got delayed on his opening was so worried because the other brewery was opening before him, and not because he was getting beat to the punch about it, but because he was afraid that brewery was going to be really bad. And so, and that would deter people from coming to see or to try his beer. And then using it as comparison, it's the same idea here. You got Marvel's Universe, which is producing movies that are getting well reviewed, and Avengers 3 was better than Batman vs Superman. Without a doubt. You want to call different scores, whatever you want to say. better than Batman versus Superman.
What was?
Avengers.
You know what I mean? 2.5.
Civil War.
2.5.
No, and I'll
2.5.
pick back off what you just said, Jim, in that
It was
I made this
2.5.
point a while ago when we were having like a discussion about how many movies people see in a year or something like that. I think that actually Batman v Superman moving ahead of schedule, because we had that huge like, oh, who's going to move first, Marvel or DC?
Yeah.
And DC pushed theirs up. I actually think it worked out in their favor because, as we saw, a lot of people wanted to see that movie. Maybe not a second time or a third time, but a lot of people went to see that movie in the first 2 weeks and made a lot of money. But I think a lot of people got soured on that. And by the time Civil War came out, they're like, you know what? I already saw one V movie. Like, I'm good.
We've had this conversation before. And I believe that I may have been on the opposite side of this conversation, to be honest with you, where I was arguing that Marvel's universe is separate and doesn't matter. But when you're looking at these results and thinking about how people's feelings are to a movie, if you go see Suicide Squad and you fucking hate that movie, and then you also hated Batman vs. Superman this year, that's two shitty superhero movies that, like, why am I not going to see another one?
Because you got Deadpool and Civil War.
Okay.
Right, but maybe people like Deadpool so much they went to see Batman v Superman.
So we're two for
maybe
two.
People
like-
saw Batman
because-
v Superman like, this is shit, and then you guys see a good
Right,
one.
and
People
they
talk
never
about
saw-
Deadpool.
Right, and
I
then
mean-
the people who saw Civil War were like, okay, I want to watch another good movie, and they watched Suicide Squad, and they're like, oh crap, and now Doctor Strange.
So Marvel's just the counter. It's the balance. It's the that's like the yin and yang of the shit of the universe here. So this like
It's
you gotta have
not-
one.
That's so. First of all, Marvel's whole franchise is based on the fact that the public actually knows that it's one universe. So everyone who watches a Marvel movie knows that it's related to all the other Marvel movies, and that the DC movies aren't the same thing.
They're all in the same universe. They are in the
What?
same. They're all in the same universe. DC
They
No,
are
movies.
now.
Marvel and DC are separate, and
Oh.
people understand that.
Yeah.
It's not the same as like 10, 15 years ago when, there wasn't this universe building that Marvel has done where the average person will be like, oh, superhero movie, it's all the same.
Hmm.
It's not like that anymore. People understand that Marvel has its own thing, they have their own universe, and that DC has a separate thing. So I really don't buy that. Also, we see here with Suicide Squad's opening, this is the only place where we see a upward trend in a while, for at least a time period.
Oh yeah. I mean, it definitely did well. I'm not gonna say it didn't do well. It's just
opening weekend.
I'm really interested in next weekend, and it's funny is because we had Bill on our bonus round podcast, and Mike and myself have yet to see it, and we're going to probably go see it. And that's, I mean, we had already seen Batman vs Superman the first weekend, and I thought Bill saw it as well, right? So I mean,
Oh no, he didn't. No, he didn't.
oh, he didn't. Okay, so I just thought that's a funny stat. Like, we all went and saw Batman vs Superman right away. And this one, two of us had to wait, and we'll be seeing it this weekend. So maybe that happened again for people because it is the summer and people are busier. Maybe they have to wait for the second weekend. So maybe it won't have as big of a fall off. I'm just trying to defend it right here. That's all I'm saying.
We'll see. I mean, it did better than I expected, to be honest.
I
was
have
thinking
no idea what
closer
we're in
to
store for.
100 than 130.
I am desperately trying not to go into this hating the Joker beforehand. Like, I'm really trying to get it, like, because I don't like the way he looks. And
No, I can't.
and I found,
No.
and when I heard some excerpts about how he's just basically a gangster, and
Joker was a gangster.
also that he's but also that he's more interested. He actually has interest in like money and belongings. That's not the Joker.
No.
I don't know.
I don't-
That's
Okay,
it's
I'm just
not-
going by what I've read real quick. So I'm trying to go into this without it. So good.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, my expectations started very low for this movie. When I
Good.
saw that
Yeah.
first poster of all the idiots in a row, I'm like, oh, these characters, I don't care about any of them. They look uninteresting and like, rejects from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Your opinion won't change much.
And I'm like, ugh. But then, like, as it went forward, I'm like, oh, well, Will Smith looks like he's going to be Will Smith again, instead of pretending he's, like, 55, even though he's in his late 40s now. But still, he's played all these old roles, and that's where his career kind of fell apart, in my opinion. So I'm like, oh, maybe this will be good with him. And, I would love to see more hints of Batman, where I know he's not going to kill any of them because they're main characters. So that'll be good. Batman doesn't kill anyone, I don't think. So...
Not in this universe.
So I'm like, all right, this might be pretty good. But like now it's just like, it's probably not that good. But we'll see. I haven't been on the Joker side at all though for any
I
of
know,
the things I've seen.
and I have and the good news is, well, it could be a good thing because if we hate him, Mike, I hear he's not in this much, especially after him making an interview saying they cut so much.
Yeah,
so,
he's upset about that, and I heard someone is actually trying to sue for false advertising.
Oh, come
about
on.
Joker being like in the movie a certain amount. Yeah.
Well, there are a bunch of scenes in trailers that are not in this film.
So this movie went through the cutting floor quite a bit then. So again, we're gonna get an Ultimate Edition.
No, but the director also said what you see in the theater is the director's cut. So there's lots of shit flying around in this movie, and I'm very interested to see how it goes. I don't have very high expectations. Expect the only expectation I have is I expect to like it more than Tony.
I imagine I will as well. I imagine I'll probably like this the same as Batman vs Superman, which I didn't hate that movie. I liked it. I watched it twice already.
And that's fine.
Once in the theaters, once at home.
You guys can like it. It's just I think you should be demanding more.
It's not the movie we deserve.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. If you keep giving the money, it is. So,
yeah, I know. We're only funding. We're only funding
I'm definitely
failure.
not seeing Wonder Woman in theaters after this. There's 0 for 3. I thought it was just the Snyder effect. It was Zack Snyder, but like after this, no, it's
it's the studio.
It goes
definitely
higher,
the studio.
Sure, that there's definitely they want it to. The thing is, this is a very comic book movie, like very comic booky. I think.
But it's cool though. I think that'd be fun.
Which I like. I like that. I thought that was an interesting approach. But they still are trying to do this gritty, real world thing and be so serious. But they're still they're doing this really comic booky thing, but then they're trying to be serious at the same time, and that's the part that doesn't work for me. But at the end of the day, I liked it more than I didn't. So,
I think that's how they're trying to differentiate themselves from Marvel. Is that we're the darker, more serious thing. And I feel like they were going for that more when they first made this movie. Then as they saw the sort of hype train going the other direction, they're like, "Oh shit, let's market it a little bit more, up than it really is." I feel like it's probably more serious than the later marketing would lead you to believe.
And I'm glad you brought that up, Corey, because honestly, and this is what I want to say, I think Suicide Squad was more upbeat than Batman v Superman.
Oh, absolutely.
I would have never fucking guessed that a year ago or 2 years ago. It's a movie about villains who, pretty much are, going on
the worst of the worst according to the trailers.
Yeah, what? That is a fundamental problem for me when characters in Suicide Squad are more heroic than characters in Batman v Superman.
I don't know if that means they're more heroic. It just means they're more lighthearted. But I mean,
I'm talking
two of them are
heroic.
clowns.
Watch the movie. There are characters that are like, wow, man, if only Batman or Superman were that fucking,
more
honorable,
steel-willed or honorable, right?
Yeah.
More on this. We got to move on. More on this on the spoiler cast.
Yeah.
Jason Bourne was number 2. Bad Moms at number 3. This is the rest of your box office, by the way. Bad Moms, Secret Life of Pets, and Star Trek Beyond.
So the Jason Bourne tank then is that a failure?
That's a failure.
How much did it do?
Oh, it's at shit
14,
80
maybe.
What?
I'm saying this weekend it did 14 or something, right?
Oh no, it did 22 and a half.
Oh, 22. I'm trying to pull up my list here, but it's not loading.
It's loading like crap. It's
I'm sure
224. Is that accurate?
Wow, I don't know what it did last week. Did we mention that last week?
I wasn't here.
I thought it did 59. I think it did 59 last week, didn't it?
No, that might
yes,
be
it did.
wide.
It did. It did do 59. No, it did, because remember I mentioned and you're like, is that the best opening? And I had to look it up.
Oh, that's right.
So it's at, what, 80? So it won't be a failure then. It doesn't have the same budget.
It's respectable.
It doesn't have the same budget. They're not spending millions upon millions in marketing for this across the world.
No.
So you can't judge it on the same triple times the budget. You can't. I can easily say they spent $300 million.
$50 million. Shouldn't you still make triple times your budget?
I just don't
it's
think they spent.
Relative.
I don't think they spent triple time their budget worldwide. I don't think they did. I can tell you that I feel like they did on WB, the Suicide Squad, $300 million. I could see them spending that easily on their in marketing worldwide. It's like 325 or whatever it is. That's more accurate.
Well,
but
they spent. I'm pretty sure they spent more on marketing than normal things do. I mean, there were just ads everywhere.
$1 billion on the soundtrack.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, Warner Brothers, I think, owns a lot of the rights to that music, so I don't know how much it would cost. I think they'd get it at a cheaper discount, but the lack of China is going to hurt. But the thing is, they probably are going to sell a lot of merchandise, which I don't think Batman v Superman did too much of.
All right.
The Harley shit alone is just gonna.
Yeah.
Some quick
Hot
movie news.
Topic is going to have a good quarter.
They will. A lot of Harley Quinns out there, and October is going to be Harley Quinn Halloweens.
Harley everywhere.
Yeah, it'd be a Harley party. You guys all want to just female do a little gender bender cosplay?
Gender bend Harleys.
Yep. All right. What else we got? Wild cards. Okay, George R. R. Martin does write other books, believe it or not. And he doesn't even write. That's because he doesn't write his own. He doesn't write the book we want him to finish. I mean, so he writes another series called Wild Cards, and that is now it's in development as a series now. Big shock because his other source material is running out. So look for that to be showing up on. Think he'll work with HBO on this again.
Hopefully.
They announced he's working on something else with them, so this has got to be it.
I mean, HBO's gonna want another cash cow. They gotta start thinking about that.
This is not nearly as big as Game of Thrones. I've read this first book from him, and it was okay. Actually, I watched it. He's done a ton of these books. I read he's kind of rebooted the series himself. Yeah, he's kind of rebooted the series himself. Yeah. So, and I've read that one. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. New trailer for Rogue One on Thursday during the Olympics, guys. I have a feeling, prediction-wise, we'll be seeing Darth Vader in this trailer.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's about that time.
Yep.
Get that hype train rolling.
I'll be psyched. I'm going to be looking forward. I'll be watching TV on Thursday. I'll be watching the Olympics to see if I can see it.
Is there a chance?
There's a good chance it leaks.
This movie sucks.
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a non-zero chance it's gonna suck.
There's a chance, I guess. I don't think it'll suck though.
I love the premise, the idea of what they're doing with it. I'm super excited for. Gareth Edwards scared the shit out of me.
You said that, but yeah, you said the same thing. Like, after The Force Awakens now, the bar has, for me, now I understand people, it's divisive, people think that Force Awakens is just a rehash, maybe they hated it, but I loved that movie. It really reawakened my Star Wars hype. And so now that this movie's coming out, I'm already excited for this more than I probably should be, because it could be a
new
disaster.
Star Wars never seen before.
Could be a disaster, absolutely. I mean, it doesn't have those characters that we just had in The Force Awakens. It doesn't have them.
Yeah.
It doesn't have Leia. It doesn't have Han. It doesn't have any of the originals.
Chewie.
Chewie may show up. Who knows? I doubt it, but
there could be a cameo.
Well, you are getting Bail Organa.
Yeah, from the Clone Wars. Tying in the Clone Wars, guys. They get the same actor back.
First, second, episodes 1 through 3 trilogy.
Episodes 1 through 3, yeah. More or less for me, the Clone Wars, which Rebels season 3 has a release date, September 24th. That show is awesome. Seriously, guys, watch it.
Clone Wars, I still think is better, but
yeah.
This
Clone Wars is
time though. It's got time, and it seems like they're going much darker, and I do like where they're taking it. It seems like
and they're gonna have a Ahsoka back in it.
Have to battle his feelings a little bit.
Yeah. And more Star Wars news. Rumors of a TV show are swirling again for ABC this time. Last time we were talking about Netflix talking to them. It's ABC. It's ABC now. And that was like a big wig at NBC talking about that. ABC. Sorry. Jesus. Because that is Disney owned. So it makes sense. But do you guys think we will ever get a Star Wars TV show? Live action.
Possibly.
I'm going to say yes, but it's
I think we'll try it.
It's not going to be the one we want.
No.
Not Bounty Hunters. Because we could just do Bounty Hunters and I'd be fine with the whole thing.
I mean,
I don't even care about that.
It'd have to be low-key. It wouldn't involve any Jedi, I don't think.
No.
Or it'd be like a Jedi in training, so there wouldn't be that many lightsaber battles. Maybe smuggling?
Listen, lightsaber battles nowadays are easy effects. They're not expensive.
That is true. You're right. That is true.
Yeah. But the Force, I think, would be harder to do. Maybe that would be your budget right there. But like the lightsabers, those are easy. But yeah, I mean, we talk about We talk about Game of Thrones and how they had that restricted budget on HBO. So imagine what this would have on ABC.
I think
Yeah.
HBO are just a bunch of cheap asses, but
I mean, ABC is Disney, Marvel. They should have infinite money at this point.
Yeah, they should, but I mean, we have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on that from them as well, which is starting season 4 soon. September, what's the end of September? Or October?
What does it say here?
I don't think I have a release date yet for it. Oh, it does have a release date, but I don't have it in front of me, listeners. I'm sorry. I think it's the last week of September. I'm not sure, though.
sounds about right.
Yeah, but they did release a synopsis, essentially, of how the series is going to pick up from Season 4. And mentioning the fact that the Sokovia Accords are going to play heavily into the show and why Coulson is no longer the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. So at least sort of a tie-in? I mean,
it's a very half-assed tie-in.
It's the same tie-in they
I'll
had
give you
when
that.
Talbot was at the base. And
I'll give you that.
But yeah. So basically, he's going to be an agent again, and not.
They have
director.
they have no issues acknowledging that the movie universe exists, either by Cryptic, the guy with the lightning, or by not Cryptic really. That's the wrong word.
The big
By
green guy.
suggesting the guy with the lightning, or even the Sokovia Accord showing up on there. They have no issues that way. It's the other way that we're running into the problem of the acknowledgement of the TV series, any of the series, Netflix or
Yeah.
ABC.
Again, I really would like to see Netflix and S.H.I.E.L.D. sort of interact. It would make a lot of sense to me. But
I would like
even with the movies, like they push back Inhumans indefinitely. That's probably not.
Yeah, it's not, and it sounds like they're pretty much done with the Inhumans themselves, since they're moving on to Ghost Rider.
Probably because they made a deal with Fox to get the X-Men back.
And I'm going to mention that right now. Jeff Loeb was talking about, and he's the one that runs the TV series on S.H.I.E.L.D. and he had Agent Carter. And he's also the creative head for the TV side of things. He's the studio guy. Was talking about how excited he is to watch these 2 X-Men shows coming up. One Legion, because he's very excited to see what they can do with that series. And yeah, I know. And then the unnamed one that they had to retool. It was going to be Hellfire Club, and now it's going to be something different. Very excited.
The Hellfire Club would have been interesting. Legion looks awful. I don't know if you guys saw the trailer
I'm
or
not. Yeah, I did. I'm not disagreeing with you on this. However, something came from that deal. Whether that be a use of a term, use of a villain. I don't think they'll be directly tied together, those shows, but something came from those. There's no way Marvel said, because look what they're doing to them in the comics. There's no way Marvel suddenly said, here you guys, make a TV show. Make them popular on TV.
No, make a crappy TV show. Let's further bury them.
But I don't think they can announce anything until Legion premieres. So I believe...
You're not going to have any X-Men in the comics, and these TV shows are going to tank. I don't know, man.
I believe that we will have something from
Set
Fox
up to
property.
Fail forever. This is the
This is
final
such a vague
nail
prediction.
in the coffin.
No, this is such a vague prediction, but I believe we will have some Fox property announced coming back to Marvel when Legion airs. Legion airs.
Wolverine crossover?
No. Oh, maybe, but maybe a cameo.
That's best case scenario, to be honest, because he's the only character they really built up.
Yeah. Best case scenario is probably Wolverine, but I would say a villain like Doctor Doom, or Galactus, or the Krulls, like actual name Krulls. They can actually start using in the shows because they can use the Krull. We found out. Skrulls. My bad. I'm talking about the '80s movie Krull. Come on, man! Don't you remember that thing with the star? That was a great movie. But yeah, the Skrulls and the Kree. You can have the actual war, and you can actually have characters that they're not allowed to have. I think that may be something.
It would have been nice to have Silver Surfer and Planet Hulk, but that's
maybe they got Silver Surfer, but he won't be showing up there. Maybe
It'd be nice
the Avengers
to just have mutants explain everyone with powers.
They call it humans now, Mike.
Well, there's Inhumans in the comic books, and there's mutants. So
I know,
and they're at war.
Humans are pretty much replacing them, even in the comic books.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into what we've been up to. Corey, kick us off. Movies, TV shows. What have you watched?
Well, we talked about Suicide Squad, so we will continue that discussion in our bonus round coming up next week. So tune in.
Yep.
But I started watching Stranger Things because obviously I have to.
Yes. Yes.
I did too, actually.
Yes. Woo.
Only the first episode, because me and my girlfriend are going to try to watch it together. So I only watched the first episode, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's everything I expected it to be. So
I accurately described the series, didn't I? Like,
Yeah.
Goonies meets E.T. meets Alien.
I mean, I saw those things like on Reddit as well. So it's
Okay.
like,
I didn't steal it from Reddit.
almost-
I made that statement. I can promise you. I'm honor system
Yeah,
here.
no,
I didn't steal it from Reddit.
It
So-
definitely brings that up. Like the Goonies thing, I guess I don't see that yet as much. But
Yeah,
it just
Is it just because there's kids?
Yeah, it's a group of kids going around to solve a mystery.
More of like Super 8 than anything else.
I can see that.
But
Fuck Super 8. I hated that movie.
It's a bad
you can
movie,
hate
but
it,
I
I'm just saying,
but
this is like way
yeah.
more similar to
Yeah.
Super 8 than Goonies.
I know, I'm just saying.
So far.
That movie triggers me for some reason.
yeah.
I forget why.
'Cause
Mike-
J.J. Abrams, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Mike, what did you think of episode 1?
I liked it. Slender Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm definitely interested to see what's going on next. So
It's a cool
Yeah, it's
mystery.
pretty good.
It's a really cool mystery.
it's a definite
We
change of
talked
pace.
about doing a spoiler cast for it. That's why I was like, I'll try to get through it. I'm only
We can still do that. I love Netflix
Yeah.
shows how they're binge watch, so you can kind of do a spoiler cast whenever the hell we want this summer. So we can do one for that as well. So look for that when you guys finish them up, because I have a feeling once you get into it, you'll get through it. What else, Corey? What else have you watched?
That's pretty much the
Yeah, I mean-
most notable stuff.
Okay.
Make a couple
Mike?
other things, but that's
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Olympics,
that's
yeah.
pretty much all I watched of note. Yeah, that and the dismantling of the New York Yankees.
last
Had
game.
to happen
pretty rough
sometime.
Friday.
Had to happen sometime.
Oh, I just I don't if you guys remember the episode Holly Jolly. That's the last one. I didn't like that episode. I don't know if
Holly
you-
Jolly?
that one.
Of what?
Of Stranger Things.
That's what it was called?
Yeah.
You watched the
I
whole
just watched
series.
the first.
You watched the whole series.
No, I said I only got to 3. I didn't like that episode. So.
Oh,
You
okay.
said the last one. I got confused.
I thought you meant the last
one I saw.
episode.
The last one I saw.
And I do remember a lull someplace because I did take a
Seems
break.
like the titles have a meaning. They're
Yeah.
pretty interesting, but that that has nothing to do with anything in the episode. But
Yeah.
maybe just something comes back around. I don't know.
I don't know. Wasn't that the Christmas episode? Wasn't there a Christmas episode with that? Like they had a remembering family Christmas presents or something? Maybe I'm wrong. I have to rewatch it. I don't know. Tony?
Suicide Squad. That was it. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess you could see my enthusiasm for the rest of DC's movies go out the window. But, as Mike said, he saw that coming long ago. Or it happened long ago.
I can't wait to see
Green
that on
Lantern
Friday.
got released, and that was the end.
You know what's funny is I didn't even think Green Lantern was terrible.
I think I gave it a positive review.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did.
I
Yeah.
thought it was pretty bad. I mean, I didn't think it was awful, but I'm
I'd like to
this is
rewatch it again
not
to
that
see.
fun.
I'd like to rewatch it again just to see. For me, what I've been up to is not much. I've been on vacation out of town in the middle of nowhere, so I haven't really watched much but the Olympics and Daredevil season 2. Started rewatching that, which now that my knowing what's coming up with it, it's actually more fun to watch season 2. It's like the awesome moments you can really appreciate more. It's because I know what's coming and I know what to expect. It actually lessens what I was hoping for, because I remember saying it wasn't as good as season 1. I'm enjoying this quite a bit though, season 2. So, and I've rewatched season 1 already before. I still like that better, but season 2 is really good. The Punisher is so good. John Bernthal, right? Yeah, that guy nailed that role. Got to give him credit. So.
Yeah,
All right.
his passion at New York Comic Con last year was.
Yeah. I can't wait to see. I really can't wait to see the Marvel panel at New York Comic Con. I hope we can finagle our way in. I hope it doesn't happen the same way last year, but I hope we get in legitimately. And not that we didn't get in legitimately, but I hope we don't have to go through
That process.
Yeah, the weird, strange, stupid process we had to do before. So, anyways, that's going to wrap up All You Can Geek Moviecast 304, listeners. I actually do have a contest for you guys, listeners. If you'd like, I would like to hear from you guys. If you would like to write in, send us a comment about the podcast, what you think of the episode, what do you think of anything. Just give us a comment. Write us an email, either comment on Twitter at All You Can Geek as well. Use the hashtag podcast. Just retweet our podcast. How about that? With a quote and quote it. And then I'll draw like names in a hat, and I'll do a winner for a mystery prize for something. So I'll keep an eye on it, and we'll do a drawing. Give you guys like a little while. Give you like a week here, and we'll do it next week. And so I'd like to do that. So again, you can contact us podcast at likegeek.net. That's the easiest way. Just write us in there saying comments about the podcast. I'd like to hear from you what you think about what we're doing. The two episodes. Split episodes. Obviously, we do games and movies now split. Our bonus rounds, what you think of that stuff, and just kind of feedback. We'd like to hear some feedback. What you guys think? Follow us on Twitter, All I Can Geek. Like us on Facebook, and tune in next week. Thanks.
Peace.